I am back, and I had the finished product. Just played around with it for a little bit, but I had the flip up sights on here. I got these off of eBay for $15, rear and front sight obviously, and these are similar to the Magpul sights. I don't know what the difference is between these and the Magpuls. Maybe just these don't have the labeling on them. I don't know, but these were shipped to me from California. I will put all the links to what I have on in the description so you can see that. But these are really cool because you could operate them with one hand. Say for instance you were using your optic and the battery did go out and you needed to get a quick sight picture on what you were shooting at. I'm going to be using this as my haul gun, so particularly I'm going to have extra batteries on me, but in the instance that I don't, I wanted to have something where I could co-witness with whatever optic I put on here. I put the aluminum rail on, which gives me a lot more adjustment and a lot more options when it comes to what optics I put on here. It's basically the same width as the factory one, but the thing about this, if you can see it, I only shot this thing one day. I put maybe 60 rounds through it already. You can see as soon as I unscrewed it, it's kind of warped already. The only thing that's really keeping this true and straight is the fact that it was mounted on here. So you got the 4 screws which go in the back and the middle, but then the only thing that's really keeping the front down is this clip here. So having this aluminum rail, you get something that's straighter, is going to stay truer through recoil and abuse, mounting, taking this thing down, assembly and disassembly, is going to keep it straighter than this poly one does. I mean, you can see it bends. It's great for what High Point does and keeping costs down and everything and making out of this material, but something that's going to give you more options when it comes to putting your sights on here. It's good to go ahead and spend the money and get this rail that's made by this guy. And like I said, I will put the links in the description of this video. But these are really cool because you can operate them with one finger. They flip up just like that, flip back down. So if you do have the gun aim and your optic goes out, push that up, flips up. Front one does the same thing. Operate it with the thumb, flips up really quick. I mean, these sights they're a lot nicer than I thought they were going to be. When I was looking at them on eBay, I was thinking they were smaller. So they are a little bit bigger than I thought they were going to be, which is a good thing because you want some sights that are going to be good. I don't see very well, so these are going to work out great for me. I do have one suggestion. If you do get these, is to check your apertures. It has 2 different apertures on here. One's this one, and then this smaller one. But this one I can't see all the way through, so I'm going to take a needle and just poke out. There's a little bit of plastic on this side. I don't know if you can see that. I'm filming this with my phone, so that may have just screwed everything up. But there's a little bit of plastic that hasn't went all the way through on this side, I'm sure, in the injection molding process. So just poke that through so you can see it all the way through. But with both of these sights flipped up, and with this just cheap so-called tactical scope, reflective scope that I got from Wal Mart for 30 bucks, I can see all the way through here. So this is going to do exactly what I was wanting it to do. I want to co-witness with my optic without having to take it off in the field if I do lose the red dot in here. I have a UTG sight that I'm going to get from a buddy of mine that we sighted in. He had it on his AR, but he's going to give it to me because he has another one, and then I want to put that on here. And also having this rail, that tactical sight, which is a lot better, the one that will be going on here later, is going to fit on here just right. I mean, it's going to fit on here tight, snug, a lot better than it did when we were trying to sight it in Friday with this. But I wanted to show you my sights that I got, also the compensator muzzle brake that I got from High Point. This is $15. I took off the iron sights. Since I have these now, I'm going to sight those in and see how good of a grouping I can get. With the original iron sights, like I said, I was getting about maybe 1.5 to 2 inch groups at 25 yards, and like I said, I don't see very well. I don't have contacts in or anything, so I thought that was pretty good for a blind as a bat dude. But it makes the gun look pretty good. I really like this. 15 bucks, you can't beat it. I'll get some high temp paint as well once I do these two, and I spray it down black and make sure everything matches up really good. I saw some barrel covers or shrouds that you can get for these. It gives it a little bit chunkier look, looks really cool. But for now, I'm going to stick with this muzzle brake. I like it. I took off the rail that went here. You can see as well, it has a little bit of a bend to it. I'm pretty sure with it being butted up really close with this sight, with the amount of recoil that you get, eventually it's going to warp some plastic. So if you see that's bent, and I didn't like the way it looked once I took that off, so I just did a quick disassemble, and this pops right out of here with loosening this screw. But these screws are going to be used again. Well, these mounting holes are going to be used again once I put the side rails on here. So I won't be losing anything by not having rails here, because I have them on the side, and that's where my flashlight will go. And then I will eventually redo this as well, so that I can put my bipod / foregrip down here that I ordered. But that's all for my 4595, my High Point 4595 TS. I really like this. This is my first rifle that I've owned. First 45 high, big caliber that I've shot before. I've never shot anything higher than 22, just squirrel hunting. But this thing, it is a hot rod. Very simple to disassemble, reassemble, to take care of. I think cleaning, they even suggest you don't really have to break it down maybe every 1,000 to 1,500 rounds, which is really cool. As long as you get some good clean ammo going through there. I bought a bore snake for it, so I can always keep the bore clean, do some oiling. Like these little pins pop out, so you can always keep the shroud and everything in here clean and powder free. But this thing is really cool.